Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you meet me for the very first time, my name is Daniel, and you welcome to the channel. For all our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming up to check up on the content we are bringing up on a daily basis on this channel. So I don't take a lot for granted. So on today's video, we are going to be checking out another video from Charlie Creek with these college students all the time, and it's a debate you really need to watch. Don't miss this one for anyone. Don't skip this video. Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do so, and also drop your comment what you think about this particular debate and your thoughts and your view. So guys, without further ado, without wasting much of your time, let's kick off to the video.
Okay, so my stance today is on immigration. I think that immigration contributes a lot to America. So my parents did come here legally, and they right now are in the process again, and it takes a long time.
Wow.
They came here legally, like they came with their visa, and now they're renewing it, and it's a different process right now. But so I'm really religious. I'm Catholic. My parents grew me up that way. And in Matthew 2,
Alright.
13 through 15, it talks about how Jesus had to flee Nazareth, or no, Bethlehem, sorry. He had to flee because someone was going to die, and they were looking to kill him, and he had to flee his own country and leave everything behind because the angel spoke to Mary and Joseph that they should leave. So
Wow.
a lot of people do that. That's why they immigrate to the United States. A lot of people have to leave everything behind because not everyone just wants to pack up all their things and leave. Right now, I personally would hate if I had to sell my car, my house, leave my parents, leave my friends, and leave everyone. So I just want to know what your stance is on that, just because in the Bible it talks about that.
Right. So first of all, Jesus actually didn't emigrate. He stayed within the confines of the Roman Empire because Egypt was actually under Roman jurisdiction. That's a separate point. But there are plenty of verses that says you should welcome the stranger, and so I will grant you that. I guess the first point I would have to ask is, should immigration always benefit the home country?
I think so, yes. And that is one thing that I looked into. So there are immigrants right now working here, correct? And they get some of their paycheck cut off, right, because of Social Security and all those benefits. But they don't get those benefits because they're illegal.
So do you mean
immigrants.
legal or illegal immigrants? That distinction is very important.
Illegal. They
Illegal.
don't get those
Right.
benefits.
So
And
let's just be clear. If they have a Social Security number, how'd they get that?
the right way.
They stole it. You don't get a Social Security number as an illegal, period. It does not happen. They
And-
stole it. So that's an act of theft.
And
So they
not-
stole an American Social Security number to be able to work here, which drives down wages, which drives down opportunity costs. But even beyond that, we just have to look at their action. They were not invited to come to this country. They broke in line, they cut in line, and we should not reward line cutters or border jumpers. We should reward people like your parents that actually came here legally to this country.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand that point. I really do. But sometimes people generally need to leave their country because in like my mother's case, for instance, there was like a terrorist attack on my family. And that's the reason my mom had to come. And thankfully, she did get it immediately. But now I've heard of so many stories where people have to wait like 10 years, 20 years, even 30 years. Like my grandma right now is trying to get the process. And thankfully, she is now. But it's taken her about 10 years now. And she makes enough money in her country. And she just wants to come here as a tourist. That's the main reason. And I do understand that. I think that my main point is that how we should implement more money into the immigration system. Because Trump's zero tolerance policy, that just felt cruel. Because there's a lot of people here that are doing well and zero tolerance. They just have to leave the country. I feel like that was inhumane of him.
Yeah, but it's not their country though. And that's the, so let me just, if I went to Mexico without being invited or allowed and I took a job and the Mexican government found out, what would the Mexican government do to me?
I'm not sure.
They would send me back to America.
And why was the reason you left the U.S. first?
Well, again, okay, as far as the audio, guys, we're going as loud as the university allows us. There's a decibel count, so we're going to keep pushing the amount as much as we can, okay? So if we get in trouble, I'll blame all of you. So reason, that's an interesting thing. Is there ever a legitimate reason, in your opinion, to commit a crime?
No.
Well, then the reason doesn't matter. Because under that say, so can you rob a bank because you wish you had more money?
No. You work hard.
Then why doesn't that moral standard apply to immigration?
Because the system isn't doing its job. That's why I think we should implement
Ah,
more money.
wow,
because
that's
there is
true.
some people, like I do get it. You know, some people come here and then I do admit some of them commit crime, but not all of them.
No, no, but they're all criminals if they came illegally. That's the distinction. By definition, they're breaking federal law 8 USC 1312. Just their presence here
Whoa.
is against the law.
And let's say you're here in the U.S., okay? You have, from what I think I've heard, I think you have two daughters, correct? Daughter and a son. Okay.
All
You have
right.
a daughter and a son. Let's say someone is attacking your family, like targeting you guys. You love your children, I'm
Well,
assuming.
hold on. I actually, someone, every day we get death threats, so this is not an abstraction, and I'm not leaving America.
Wow.
That makes sense, but because the United States, the code.
I mean, so it's actually very real. Every day someone says they want to murder me and kill my family. I'm staying.
But has anyone genuinely ever like driven to your house, done like a drive-by?
I'm not going to get into the
that
details,
sort?
but here's the idea. And by the way, if we apply that logic, that if somebody is in danger, they're allowed to come to America, would you be okay welcoming in 500 million people into America?
That's why we should implement the system to understand each
No, you got to
person's
answer.
case.
Do you think 500 million people would be too many people?
500 million. I don't even think that would fit the United States.
I agree, and that's the point, is that if everyone all of a sudden declared that their life was in danger, we'd have to let in like all of Nicaragua, all of Honduras, almost all of Venezuela. The standard all of a sudden starts falling apart. And we find that people lie about this, they deceive it. Here's my perspective. Why don't we try to empower those people to make the countries they're coming from greater and stronger, or else this problem will actually never be fixed at the root level. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, and I wish it was that easy. So, for instance, I am part Peruvian, and in Peru, so they were having a presidential election, and the president who was going to win was better for the country and would help out a lot more. But since it's corrupt, they made the other president win. They sent him death threats, nearly almost killed him. He had to fake his death and leave, and they jailed her. They jailed her completely, and they let the guy win. That is why it's corrupt. It's hard to fix a country when there's no help towards it. So Peru they were rooting for the good president. They were rooting to build their system back up.
Yes,
But the other
yes,
president, it was rigged. It was completely rigged.
So does it make it better or worse if millions of people leave that country? For Peru,
Can you, like, what do you mean by
if
leave? Like,
3
come to
million
the
people
US?
left Peru, does Peru get greater or weaker? Stronger or weaker?
Neither. I mean, it's in a weak state right now.
I mean, it's
But-
pretty obvious. I'm trying to even say that mass immigration is bad for everybody. It's bad for America, and it's bad for the country that people are leaving from. The only difference is that they send back American money through remittances that actually subsidize this entire thing. Let me ask one final question. If somebody comes into America without invitation and they are illegal, what do you think the penalty should be?
I think it's humane to look at their case and why they had to leave everything they've ever known.
We believe that we should send them back to their country of origin.
I just want to make one more final point. So I do understand that, but my final point is that, do you agree that we should implement more money to the immigration system?
No, I think we should have no immigrants in the country for the next 10 years. We have way too many people in this country, and I'll prove it to you here in California. Your hospitals are overrun, your schools are overrun. Do you guys agree that you have a crowded state right now? California is a cluttered state with social services that are being strained, and we need a pause on all immigration, in my opinion, to metaphorically digest the major meal that we just ate, or else we are going to have a major assimilation problem, cultural problem, cohesion problem, all sorts of issues. And I know this is a provocative thing to say,
Wow,
but
that's
immigration is something that you use as a way to benefit the homeland. You don't have to have immigration.
But just as an example, my parents came here, like I said, legally $0, and they have benefited so much to the country. They have made so much, like hundreds and thousands
Whoa.
of dollars. in
Praise God, that's the
investments.
American dream.
It is, and it's just like a hard thing to do.
And I want American-born young people from UC Riverside to also have that American dream and not have to compete
Alright.
against foreigners for that. Thank you for your time.
Can I say one point?
We
to
have a
that?
long line. Thank
Can
you.
Really quick though.
Okay, again, what is
sorry,
it? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, I understand the American dream is hard. My mom was pregnant, working 2 jobs one day, and she sacrificed everything, and now she has more
Wow.
money than the average American.
Praise
So,
God.
and
That is the American dream. Thank you very much.
It's hard work.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is beautiful. I love this particular debate structure and the fact that Charlie Kirk was all over the issue together with the students, which was actually showing, okay, I actually know this. Now, Charlie, you need to listen to me. This particular one I'm saying is what is the truth, and this is what is happening. And for the case of Charlie Creek, you trust him. You know what Charlie Creek can do, and Charlie was not in support or in mindset alike with the students, which made the debate another interrogative one. Now, the fact still remains the same that no matter how good you are, you can still be better. And this particular one, it's an illustration of same thing. I know you have yours to say. Please do well to drop that in the comment section. We learn here together and also share the knowledge together. No man is an island, okay? So don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do so. Support the channel. You can super time, super chat the channel, this video, any video you love, or you love to support the channel. Why not? You can also support the channel with the little you can. Thank you guys for watching to this very moment. I love you so much. I appreciate all of our returning subscribers for always taking out their time to watch my videos and always coming back. So please don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe like I also said earlier. And see you come again with another Charlie Creek debate. What stay put, stay safe and stay subscribed. From me to you, it's a bye for now.